Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's long overdue in terms of the Rexshares European Fund Performance Analysis. So it took me a while to get back to you on this one. I've now got direct contact with someone within Rexshares now, so hopefully this data will be a lot easier to come by than it has been in the past. Again, just a reminder here in terms of each of the funds and what they're about. I've done separate videos on each of these funds, so if you need to go and understand something specific or the detail, that's already out there. So this is just as a summary for those of you, just as a reminder. So if we start off with CEGI, the Rex Crypto Equity Income and Growth UCITS ETF offers exposure to 25 leading US listed crypto related stocks while generating income by writing cover calls on 50% of the portfolio. So this is the idea of a balanced strategy targeting attractive monthly distributions and meaningful upside, aiming to enhance yield through volatility without materially capping growth. It was released around the 30th of June, and we have assets on the fund of almost 7 million now. It is actively managed, and it is 65 basis points in terms of fees and domiciled in Ireland, and it has a current distribution rate of around 24% at the time of recording. If we now look at FEGI next, so this is the Rex Tech Innovation Income and Growth UCITS fund, exposure to 20 leading US listed tech stocks, including core FANG names, while aiming to generate income by writing cover calls on, again, 50% of the portfolio. This is a balanced strategy targeting attractive monthly distributions and meaningful upside through volatility without capping growth. And again, this is the 30th of June, and again, it's almost 10 million in terms of assets under management, so 9.7. The base currency is USD. It's again domiciled in Ireland. It's again actively managed, and it's 65 basis points again. Distribution rate as of time of recording is around about 13.3%. And then finally, we have FEPI. So the Rex Tech Innovation Premium Income Fund offers exposure to 20 top US listed tech stocks, including the core FANG names, while aiming to generate premium income through a fully covered call strategy by writing options up to 10% out of the money. And again, this seeks to boost monthly yield and capture volatility without sacrificing growth potential. So again, you don't have that 50% like the other two. And again, its inception date was the 30th of June. Close to now 21 million of assets in the fund, 20.8 to be precise. And the investment style is active again, base currency is USD, 65 basis point fees. And again, it's domiciled in Ireland, and distribution rate at time of recording is around about 26.7%. Okay, so how have these funds actually performed? So I've taken this data from July the 2nd, 2025 to November 13th, 2025, so very close to the inception date. The interesting part here is all of the total returns, and this is total return, so this is price, return, and distributions included. CEGI has actually done the best at 22.32%. FEGI has done 15.64%, and FEPI has done 13%. So despite the recent pullbacks, they've actually held up pretty well. The Nasdaq 100 has done 10.58%, and the S&P 500 in the same time period has done 8.63%. So this is really promising. All three funds have outperformed the Nasdaq and the S&P respectively. Now, whether that will continue, time will tell, but again, it's good to see how these funds have been performing. In summary, and in terms of the outlook, while the data obviously, as I said, covers a very specific period of 2nd of July to November the 13th, 2025, it illustrates a promising start for these funds. All three of these funds, CEGI, FEGI, and FEPI, have demonstrated significant outperformance against the kind of major benchmarks in the market. The ability of these strategies to generate strong returns, particularly in comparison to both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, kind of highlights their potential in the current market environment. Again, thank you for the 100% Club for getting to the end of this video. Hopefully, again, this was useful. As I said, I've got a direct contact with Rexshares now, so I'm hoping I'll be able to get this data out a lot more easier. I'm debating whether to run these kind of more monthly now in terms of the performance figures as we start to get these funds being out for longer and longer. The data coming through from them will be a lot more viable. Let me know in the comments, by the way, which of these funds, if any, are you invested in? What are your thoughts on the performance of the funds so far? Are you looking to invest in more of these types of funds? Do you have a particular thematic basket that you're interested in, like crypto or tech? Again, it'll be interesting that they've actually released a one on defense. I haven't actually reviewed it yet, but it's on my list of things to review. But it'd be interesting to see whether these people are actually investing in these thematic ETFs, or you're just literally looking for a stable yield and NAV, and you're not too bothered around whether it's a particular theme focused ETF or ETP. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I will catch you on the next one.